Okay, so we're back in the Data Import Manager, and we're going to pick up the last video of the Data Import Manager series and import the data import template that we made in the last video. So I'm back in the Data Import Manager section of my system. As a reminder, I went to Manage Setup, Account Maintenance, and then selected the Data Import Manager on the side menu. So we already walked through the first two steps. We added the template to the system, then we managed the fields, we filled in the data into the template. Now the only thing to do is to go to Manage Files. Here in Manage Files, I want to go to the top left and choose a file. So I uploaded my legacy contracts and I'll click Save. And there is the file I wish to upload in the table below. We're going to scroll to the right and click the process button, the cog icon. From here, I'm not going to actually complete this import. So I'm going to switch over to my PowerPoint to walk through this. Once you're in here, you will get a nice preview of the data you're about to import. So take a look at that. Make sure there's not any glaring errors before you import. If there is not, click the process button. Keep in mind, you only want to click the process button one time. There's not a lot of on-screen indication the import is taking place, so just be aware of that. If you do click this one more time, any additional times, it will upload the data for as many times as you click the button. So if you click it 3 times, you're going to import the data 3 times. So be wary of that. If you do that accidentally, it's not a big problem. We could definitely purge the data from your system, but try to avoid that. Just click it once. Once you import the data, it may take a few moments, but after that, you'll get this report here under the status icon, and hopefully get a nice big green check saying that the data import was successful and perfect. Everything was imported successfully. But you might get a few other ones. For example, the little row error icon, little yellow triangle. We'll get to that on the next slide. And hopefully you did not get a critical error. If you do, you could certainly contact Cobblestone if you don't know the solution to solving it. But hopefully, if you just get some row errors, it's not really a big deal. You can go to the summary column here and click that icon and get a row by row summary of which rows and records were successful and which ones were not. And it happens in my screenshot, all of them were successful, but if they weren't, it would tell you. Then you can simply just click the edit button, make a few tweaks, whatever you need to do. Maybe your date was in the wrong format or the field was empty or something. And then you can just re-input that particular row, right? It makes your life a lot easier. Any changes to make, you can just do row by row as opposed to adjusting and re-importing the entire spreadsheet. Okay, and once again, this part of the process is often done by an assigned Cobblestone resource, but certainly if you're an organization using Cobblestone Contract Insight, you may do this yourself if you'd like to. But that's about it. That does round off the Data Import Manager. And just as a quick summary, what we did was make a data import template with all of the fields, the data selected we wanted to import. We downloaded that to Excel, filled out the spreadsheet, and then imported the spreadsheet to the system. If any of the rows were unsuccessful and if the data could not be imported, you do have the option to kind of refine that row specifically and import that row. And that's it. That is everything here on the Data Import Manager in Cobblestone Contract Insight.